Mallapuram, Kerala. And as the second session chair, we have Professor Dr. Nilanjana Datta Roy from IEM Kolkata. So I would now request the session chairs to conduct the paper presentations. Mallapuram, Kerala. And as the second session chair, we have Professor Dr. Nilanjana Datta Roy from IEM Kolkata. So I would now request the session chairs to conduct the paper presentations.
Both of the session chair, will you be turn on your camera for a while?
Thank you, ma'am. And Dr. Ranjit Reddy also. Yes, thank you, sir.
I think we can start with the session right now since it is already time. So,
yes, ma'am.
Yes, we can start.
Yes. So I think the first paper ID 24, those who are going to present Nari, a women's safety application. So may I request any one of you to present your paper here? Is there anyone who is going to present paper number 24? Anyone who is going to present paper number 24? All right. Then, madam, I think we should proceed with the next paper, that is paper number 3. Is there anyone who is going to present paper number 3?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Please, you may proceed now.
Oh, okay. So, ma'am, my screen is visible now?
Yes.
I just turn on my camera also if it is required. So, a very good afternoon to everyone. My paper title is an analysis to understand the various image steganography technique. And as we know already that the steganography is the technique to secure your data in a transmission channel. So for that, me and my supervisor Vijay Kumar Sharma, we have worked on the contribution, like how to collect, how to make the understand everyone to collect all the information from the different papers, that how many type of image steganography techniques are available with us. So this is a review paper which is containing all the details which is required for if anybody want to work in an image steganography field. So these are the table of content, like abstract, introduction, steganography history, characteristics, and categories of steganography. There are some highlights are also available because there are lots of techniques are available. So I taken the highlights here, and the correlations between the image steganography techniques and the conclusion and the references. So this is the abstract. As I told you, like this paper is containing all the detail which is required for the image steganography technique, and this paper guide to the pupils like how the steganography algorithm work on the digital images, and how the digital images are in a special domain and a transform domain, how the image steganography take place. And also we are talking about how what is the reason why we are need to be like secure our images, so that you can choose the correct steganography method. As we can see, the information system security, for that perception we are creating a different things like cryptography, steganography, watermarking. So these are the 3 factors which is introducing all the things like in confidentiality, the integrity, and the availability of the data. These are the 3 keys, which is these are 3 objectives actually whenever we are working on any kind of digital information. So as you can see here, like cryptography is presented. Information hiding methods are steganography and the watermarking methods. So I'm here talking about only the steganography, and basically the work is on digital image. But the steganography can also perform on the video, audio, and the text data. Cryptography is actually change your secret data directly. But when we are talking about the information hiding, we are considering the steganography and the watermarking technique. Steganography is totally related to the hiding the data behind of something. But watermarking, somehow they are visible or invisible. Maybe your data can be only for the authentication. You are using your secret data. Many times it is not. See, this is the steganography basic definition. And these are the key points of steganography, like hiding the fact that you are sending to the message on an information, and hiding by the different kinds of carrier images like text, image, audio, and video can be used in a steganography process. The image steganography is basically created work on the digital images, which is made by the help of the pixels, and the pixel arrangement make a raster data, so that all the things the small pixel collected and the raster data is presenting you the all over the image in front of you. Same as the images are the according to the bits, we can categorize the 8-bit and 24 bits of images are very much common. 8-bit, it means we are talking about the black and white images, or we can say the gray images, and the 24-bit we can say the color image. Okay, so but the point is, when we are increasing the bits, it also increase the capacity of hiding the data, but somehow it is also like compromise our security. So it may be provide you some kind of problem, like avoid you cannot everyone can in a channel, maybe if you are not hiding properly, you can anyone can be detect your like data inside of it. So as you can see here, if you are using the 24-bit of colors, there are multiple colors are available. So it means you are having the different color combination to hide your data inside of it. Same as if you are using like if we are talking about the 8-bit, it means we are talking about 256 colors. And if we are talking about the 1-bit, it means 2 raised to power 1. This 2 color is available. It's known as a grayscale image, or you can say the black and white image is available here. So I think so that the thing the bit choosing the bit depth is also very much required. So this paper is including about all the things how we can choose according to the requirement. You can choose your bit colors. So this is the general method is including about the steganography. Like in a steganography, you need to perform 2 operations like embedding and extraction process. The embedding process contains the cover medium and the embedded message. The combination of all the things we are performing here, the steganography technique, and then after that, the stego image is coming in front of you. So the stego image is traveling from the medium, and at the point of receiver, we are trying to extract your data like a cover medium and the embedded message, which at last find out at the end. But the time of extraction process, we are also facing some problem, because in between the medium, there are many attackers are available. Maybe there are some distortion is coming in between the channel, and these kind of thing can be happen. And somehow, sometimes when we are applying this steganography technique, we are try to reduce some, we are lost some data of the cover image, and that lost part is using to hide your data. So the extraction process needs more things like pre-processing, post-processing, these kind of method we can also use at the point of extraction. So one keyword is coming here, which is known as a stag analysis. Stag analysis is about you have, if you are performing steganography, you have to be a knowledge about the stag analysis, because the stag analysis containing like you can pupils are using to analyze your data, that it is hiding something or not. Maybe your size of the image which you are actually using at the after the steganography, the size of the image is changed. So that can be visibly also represent in front of the attacker. So the histogram analysis, change in a file properties like statistical attacks and visual audible, these kind of stag analysis knowledge you should have before you are going to apply the steganography. And after the steganography, you have to test your image that your whatever you are done in on your image, it will actually working properly or not, so that you can assure your a second person that my image, whatever this Stego image I created, it is very much robust and invisible to the other authority. Steganography is a very oldest process, and this one is the second part of my paper also, like steganography history. In the previous days, we are using like Vex tables, shower head, invisible link, and Moric codes, which we are using for hiding the data. But the problem is they need a physical medium. But right now we are using the digital data, so these things are not actually we can use right now. But because we have lots of data and we have to hide them, so these are not a feasible solution for us. So from the previous 444 BC, we are using this steganography in by the different methods. These are the characteristics which the steganography technique should be include, like security of your data. It should be the data hiding capacities also matter. The steganography technique which you're using, according to your secret data, you have to select the appropriate steganography technique so that the data capacity, hiding capacity, you can analyze. This is also play a very important role. Same as a persuasive transparency, it means sometimes you are just removing some part of the cover image and that holes are filled up by the secret image. So the process should be very fast so that it cannot be visible to anyone. Like the persuasive transparency, nobody can understand like you are actually done the steganography. So the speed of the process which you are using is also matter. Same as a robustness, if somebody try to perform some filtering, transformations, scaling and cropping operation on your data, that should be your data should not be lost required information. Tamper resistant, any kind of damage cannot be done on your original data if all the things are available in your steganography process, so they are that is acceptable. There are many kind of parameter we are also using, like peak signal to noise ratio and mean square errors. There are different formula we are using to identify that our images is iris Tigo images is good or not. We are applying a different attack also, so that we can achieve these characteristics. The motive of calculating all the things is achieving these characteristics of steganography. There are some categories are available which is related to steganography, like special domain steganography, which is the oldest method which is used for the steganography
Sorry for
process.
the interruption, but kindly wrap it up within 5 minutes. You're running
Sure,
out.
ma'am.
Thank you.
Sure, ma'am. Okay. So, and the transform domain steganography is containing the amplitude and phase part. It means the special domain steganography is not too much good, because we have done the changes directly on the images. But in the transform domain, it is very much famous, and it is divided in two parts like DCT and DWT. These are the visualizations. Like DCT, you are having some signals, and we are in in the secret message are embedded like this. So you can see the changes in the band. Same as DWT is divided your image in a 4 part. and according to the filtering process, and you can embed any part you can embed your data. These are the different steganography technique. Like as I told you, there are many, so I just included only the highlights. So the multiple bit plane steganography, noise adding, reduction. So these steganography are related to the special domain. And these F5, DWT, and the adaptive image steganography, which is the combination of both the static image steganography and the masking, they are related to the like wavelet format. I also created one correlation from the different papers. Like a special domain is having the imperceptibility medium to high, robustness is very much low because we are done the changes directly. Payload capacity is very much high here. And transform domain, all two things which we required is very much high, but the payload capacity is low. And if you are using the combination of them, you can get these characteristics. So this is the conclusion. So I hope so you can understand like which steganography according to your work is you can use and for your further process. These are the references I used. Thank you so much.
All right, ma'am. Thank you very much for your presentation. So what I find is this is your kind of review paper, survey paper that you have done. So did you find anything new from this survey paper which you can, do work in future?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, in the LSP technique, I write down one more paper that I find out that the 3-bit generally use pupil for hiding the data. But some paper is identified if you want to hide your data in a in perception way. So you have to use at least 4-bit to hide your data so that it will increase your payload capacity with the robustness of the image.
All right. Thank you. So any other question from this session?
Hello. Your presentation was very nice, and the preparation regarding. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So your presentation was very nice, and your slides preparation was also good, and very neatly and clearly you have prepared your slides. But as it is a review paper,
Yes, sir.
I think you have done some amount of study related to image steganography, right?
Yes,
and
sir.
I have heard that you have presenting about the spatial domain and then transform domain steganography techniques.
Yes, sir.
So among the techniques you have studied, so which one is the most relevant and most useful technique in your point of view?
According to me, sir, the point is right now is the security is very much important of the hiding the data, like whatever you are using. So I
Yes.
think the wavelet transform is the latest method which we are using, where there are curvelets are also generally we are using the discrete wavelet transform, but there are multiple type of wavelets are also introduced, like a tetrolate, and the curvelet is also introduced. They are more effective than DWT. So I think we can work on it.
So transform domain is very good according to your point of view, right?
Yes, sir.
But recently in 2000, especially in 2021 and in 20, so there are a lot of novel techniques were introduced in this area related to steganography for improving steganography. And also I have heard about some oldest techniques are there, like LSB insertion like techniques are there. But
Yes.
some modified versions of these LSB insertion techniques are also available in these recent papers, in 2021-20 related papers. So
Sir,
can you say?
actually, pupils are using different kind of cryptography technique also with it. Like they are using the key transformation methods, and it's totally depend upon if they are working on the payload capacity. So that LSB technique is very much fine. But the point is, if we my point of view is like I want to make my image robust, my stego image too much robust, so that anybody in the medium cannot attack on my image. So that's why
Okay.
I follow that thing. Yes.
Okay. And one of my questions is, okay, you have mentioned about related metrics, evaluation metrics for evaluating these various technographic techniques, right?
Yes, sir.
So among them, actually, you have told about PSNR and MSc, SSIM, etc., etc. So from your survey technique, which technique got the best PSNR value? That means maximum PSNR value.
According to sir, what there are different methods are available, but
Yes.
as compared, like I also work on the DWT. I also work like I read about the LSP technique also. So in the LSP which we are using, the last paper which I used in my review, one more review paper. So there are LSP plus XOR techniques are used. So they are giving actually the output. They are working on the 4-bit, not on the 3-bit. So it will give the higher PSNR value.
Okay. And are you considered SSIM? Any technique?
Yes, sir. For structures, yes, sir. For one paper, in the DWT work when I preparing one code or for my paper. So in that also, the structural similarity in text is also actually very much like improved in one paper, in one code also.
Okay. So any L2 norms or L2 norm, L1 norm, any like technique introduced recently?
Sir, actually, basically my motive is to implement one like a scrambling method, so that the images pixels should be like rubber, so that it cannot be understood by easily that cannot be understand. So for that I work on the threshold value of the pixels, and I make one code also like which is working after that the scrambled image is not easily can be detected, like it cannot be easily extracted by the attacker. So according to the threshold value, you can sort your array and you can divide the sub bands, just like we are done in the RGB images. We can create a 3 sub bands of the image, and we can we can store the position of a particular pixel in a specific location at the time of extraction. You can use that array for a reference for extracting your data. So my motive is to work on the scrambling method plus pre-processing method, so that at the end the stego image which I created, like collecting the correct cover image and making the secret image robust. So these two things I actually recently done. So other process of post-processing and something are remaining.
Okay.
Any suggestions, sir, for that, like for the post-processing technique?
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor. Welcome, Dr. Rajneet V. Ravi and Dr. Nilanjana, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. I think, is there any further question from this session from the audience side? All right, if there is no further question, then we can move on for the next talk, next paper. So is there anyone present here from, all right, paper ID 2026? Anyone who is going to present 26, paper 26?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Is the screen visible, ma'am?
Yes, but could you please be a bit louder so that we can hear you clearly?
Yes, sure.
Now it's better.
Good afternoon, everyone present here. So I am here to present our paper on behalf of other authors, Ankur Rane, Vedarvi Bhede, and so the supervisors Pratap Nair and Pauline Das, ma'am. Our project paper is the augment work, a virtual work based on human anatomy. So, well, the educational field has witnessed an immense makeover in the last couple of decades, from using textbooks to virtual or e-learning. And the global pandemic has forced students to be shifted onto a virtual mode because of obvious reasons. Now, the proposed system lets students to access AR technology into the app and allows them to browse through various human organ systems and use them in a 3D AR world. Now, developing such an Android-based application on human anatomy and additional features, such as YouTube videos, lectures with deep concept explanation for more interactive learning will be beneficial for students in order to visualize. So the Augment bot is based on human anatomy, and it aims to focus on important parts of biology. So following are the papers we have referred for the study, some of the papers. And first paper is utilizing mobile augmented reality for learning human anatomy, published in the year 2015, where it describes how AR is easier due to its mobility and accessibility. Now, it also defines effective learning and how it helps to retain information longer while using 3D model. And the next paper is web-based augmented reality for human body anatomy learning, published in the year 2018. In this, they have developed a website for learning human anatomy using waterfall method for development and is implemented using marker-based technology for projecting the model. Next paper is enhancing student motivation with the use of augmented reality for interactive learning in engineering education, published in the year 2019. This paper suggests how important could AR technique be in education and how it enhances learning and students' interest, and how it can be useful in various fields of education for enhancing deep understanding and concepts. Next paper is human anatomy, learning systems using augmented reality and mobile application, published in the year 2018. In this paper, a survey was conducted evaluating the mobile and anatomy application. Based on this study, it could be concluded that the application using mobile augmented reality can help the high school students and medical students in learning the anatomy of the human body with interactive learning. The next paper is Augmented Virtual Reality, How to Improve Education System, published in the year 2017. This paper focuses on VR and AR and their differences to help us distinguish them. For example, VR runs over new environment, which is completely computer generated, whereas AR uses virtual elements in order to enhance real world and user experiences. So virtual reality is 10% real and 90% virtual, whereas AR is 75% real and 25% virtual. Next is requirements to build this project. Includes hardware requirements of Android set and camera, and software requirements of an Android device with version 7.0 and plus. Next is methodology. Google Syncon tool is used to implement AR in Android application. So it basically includes three operations: capture, camera vision, capture and tracking, and identification. In camera vision, at this stage, camera is used to analyze the basic markers of AR on the ground or front floor, where marker act as positional functions for AR vision. To get better marker position as the separation act as grid, rectangular surfaces would be helpful. Now, in capture tracking, it generally determines the actual size of the 3D objects in the frame marker. So when markers are set and tracked, they are used to determine the size of the object that will fit. And is identification. In this, an information generated from the previous process is collected and analyzed, which ensures appropriate visualization of 3D models using markers. And then the models are finally projected on the floor. This is the implementation plan. So the system is implemented using an iterative model where it starts with collecting requirements, then analysis and design procedure is fixed, and continues with implementation and testing and evaluation. For any new changes, the procedure is repeated. This is a few. This is the result pages of our application. First is a menu page, and then these are the sub menu pages of human body basics and This is human and body organ basics and system. We have also included text information of each of the organs for more understanding. And this is a 3D view of our model and how it has been projected. And we have also added YouTube videos. Conclusion. This system helps students to visualize the human anatomy. It also encourages them to study anatomy and provide them easy mobility and accessibility. So the improvements proposed, like playing the YouTube video and detailed text information, will guide beginners user of this app. Also, addition of quizzes to track the progress, which easier to understand language, will help in interactive learning approach. These are the references we have used. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for your presentation. Hello, am I
Thank
audible?
you. Thank you. Yes.
Okay. So you have a nice presentation, and you have prepared the slides very nicely. And I have a doubt regarding that percentage of reality.
Sorry,
Okay.
sir.
So percentage of reality you have.
Percentage of reality, of virtual reality and
Hello.
hello.
Reality. Yes. Regarding percentage of reality.
Yeah. In virtual
Percentage
reality.
of reality.
Yes, sir. In virtual reality, it is 10% real, whereas 90% is virtual. Whereas augmented reality is 75% real, but 25% virtual.
Okay. So you can. So are you find this from any experiments or from any literature survey?
Literature survey.
Okay. So from how many articles you got this conclusion?
I actually on internet through internet too, and I have observed two papers too.
Okay, so recent works from reputed journals, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you have introduced about
Sorry, sir, I couldn't hear you.
you have shown the 3D model also, right?
Hello.
Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
So and also 3D
The
model also,
voice
right?
is lagging, sir.
My voice is lagging. Okay. So you have introduced a 3D model also, right?
I couldn't hear you properly, sir.
Okay.
All right, maybe due to some network issues. All right. So
Yes.
is there any other question from this audience? Okay. So if you don't have further question, then we can move on to the next talk. And thank you very much for your presentation.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes. May I request anyone from paper number 24, Nari, a women's safety application, who are going to present their paper here?
Yeah, hello, ma'am. Sorry, my Wi-Fi was down, so I wasn't able to join before.
All right.
I can join now. So should I present now?
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Please go ahead with your presentation. Just one more thing. One thing is that please try to finish your presentation within 12 minutes of time so that we can have enough time for the question answer discussion.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so is my screen visible?
Yes, it is visible.
Okay. So hello, good afternoon to all the panel members. I am Aryan Viturekar, and this research paper wouldn't be possible without my members, Danish Sheikh and Himanshu Singh. So I would like to start this presentation with a very harsh fact. Did you know that 9 out of 10 rapes are never reported, allowing a rapist to rape again? Statistics show that over 70% of rapes are committed by someone the victim knows. Sometimes the victim has only met the rapist casually. Other time, the rapist is well known to the victim. Most of these rapes occur in the victim's own home or the home of a friend or relative. This relationship may make it more difficult for the victim to report the crime. However, this fact makes it more critical to report these assaults to prevent further assaults to yourself or more importantly to your close ones. Uh, the, the one advice would be get away from your attacker, get to the safe place, seek help immediately. Uh, uh, so I would like to start with my paper introduction. As you know, in this day and age, people's dependence on smartphone has increased exponentially, and hence a smartphone can be used for personal security. This paper presents Nari, a woman safety app, and this app can be activated with voice whenever the need emerges. A voice like help, bachao, can trigger this app and spot out the whereabouts of the person through GPS and send an alert message, which includes the real-time location to the saved contacts and also calls on the first saved contact to help the one in dangerous circumstances. The distinctive attribute of the Android application is that it sends SMS to the saved contact until the power is switched until the trigger button is activated. Like if I keep on if I keep on screaming help and bachao, it will keep on continuously sending the messages to the registered contacts. Another unique feature is that we have integrated it using IoT with ring and phone case, like smart ring, smartphone case. So just with a tap on the ring and a tap on the phone case, the alert can be sent to the registered contacts. Women safety application can show you exact location of the women in help or to the relatives, guardians, and friends along with the specific location. So the requirements for this app in hardware wise, you need a display, good audio system in the smartphone. Software required is Android device with Android version above 4, that is Jelly Bean. So nowadays all the phones are capable to use this app. The development was used. The development tools we used for this app was Android Studio, Java, and SQLite for the database, and Adobe XD for designing the UI and UX of the app. And the utilities we used were Git and GitHub for sharing the codes and editing the things. So, as you know, women safety application can show you exact location of the women in help to her relatives, guardians, and friends, along with a specific location where you can go and help her or him. Women safety application system offers the added protection of being tracked by relatives on different time interval and different location. In the addition to this family, parents can easily track and monitor her daughter. Women's safety application as every girls have mobile phones and rarely put them down. Lots of families and professionals are waking up to the many benefits of women's safety application. So this is the project design. So when you open the app, you have to give permission to for the sending SMS and sending phone calls and sending location. And when the and then you go ahead and register yourself and register the contacts you want to send the alert to when in emergency. And so when in emergency, you just have to scream out or say help or bachao, and the mobile then the app will detect the speech, and it will start initiating the calls and send location to the registered numbers. Okay, so this is basically the same thing. But I would like to conclude it with that being totally oriented to the Indian scenario, this app brings resources to the fingertips so that user is capable of taking immediate actions by simply pressing the trigger or by screaming help or bachao voice commands. It sends the call for the first guardian member and sends the message to the one in danger. So I would like to end it with that. So Nari is a women's safety app. It is an effort to provide an assurance that she is not alone. So just be alert, be safe. Thank you so much. These are some of the references from which we have made this app and various researches we have done. Thank you.
Yes, your concept is very good. And have you implemented this part? I mean, can you show us the
The app?
Do you have any? Yes.
Give me just a minute. Actually, okay. I think I may have to start my Android Studio for that. Just a minute.
All right. So you have implemented some portion of this work, right?
Yeah.
So can you please go to the result section where you can show us something?
Okay. 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 I'll show you the research paper. Okay. Is this visible?
Yes.
Okay.
These are the hardware requirements, I think.
No, just a minute. Okay. You can see the splash screen visible, right?
No, we can see your presentation only, the slides.
Oh, okay. Just a minute. Just a minute. Sorry, extremely sorry. Okay, now you can see, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I'll just zoom in. So this is a splash screen. When you open the app, this pops up Nari,
Hmm.
and the first thing it asks is to enable auto start. Like here is a little button. When you press that, uh, it will ask for permissions for sending locations, for giving out calls, sending SMS, and everything. And this is a screen where you have to register and register yourself, register contacts, and it has also. I forgot to mention the nearby places. We have also integrated nearby hospitals, nearby police stations, and nearby medicals. So when you just click on the nearby police station, it will show you the nearby police stations in your area, and nearby medicals in your area, and nearby hospitals in your area. So these are several things we have integrated in it. This is the registration screen, and this I was talking about nearby hospitals and nearby police stations. And here you can see the as I've told, speech recognition is an important factor of this app. So you have to give the permission to record audio. And these are the messages which are sent when the app is triggered. Like, help me, I'm in danger, and here's my location link. And this link will directly open on the Google Maps.
Okay.
And this,
Thank you very much. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. So any other
Hello.
question? Yes, please.
Your presentation was very nice, and your slides also you have prepared very good as like the previous people. So, however, okay, I have seen, and it's a project related to somewhat. It's having somewhat more social
Yes.
commitment, right? Okay. So, how much you have implemented? How much of this app you have implemented?
So far, we have implemented the speech recognition system, and the like, for example, the other apps on the Play Store, they don't give the feature of pressing the trigger button outside the app. Like, you have to be using the app, and then only the trigger button can be triggered. So we have enabled the feature outside the app, like in background feature. So, like, you don't have to be on the app to press the trigger. If you are outside the app, you can press the trigger, and it can be alert can be sent to their registered contacts.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, which tool you are using for implementing this application?
We have used Android Studio and Java, and for database functionality, we have used SQLite and Firebase.
Okay. Okay. So, Android Studio, you are using Java and XML,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Okay. So you have to implement you have to interconnect this application with Google Maps also for.
Yes. There is one free feature. Google provides Google provides a open source for that called GMS, Google Map Services. So
Okay.
by that we implemented it, integrated it using it was free. So
Okay. And so why don't you try it for Python or Kiwi instead of this Google Android Studio?
Actually, we are thinking about doing that in the, like, we have uploaded it on Google Play Store. You
Okay.
can check out Nari Women Safety app. We uploaded it on Play Store, and we are thinking of coming up new updates on monthly basis, and we talk with my group members as well. So that's pretty much.
So I think you are familiar with the Java and XML, right? And
Yes.
SQL, right? So,
Yes, sir.
okay. Okay, right. So, and what about the accuracy of this triggering? Have you checked it?
Yes, I would say 95%. Like sometimes the voice is not audible to the app, so the trigger is not triggered sometimes.
Okay.
So, but 95%.
Okay, and how you can say that it is an how you calculate the accuracy in percentage? 95%.
Like we kept the phone at a distance and tried out like help, and then went a little far away, then tried help on the basis of a trial and error thing. Not an accurate
also
measure.
Okay, and I think actually different people's voice is having different pitches, right? And speech is having different, actually for different people, their speech is having different quality, right?
Yes.
So somewhat it is detecting speech signal with a different pitch. Are you checked it?
Yes. Actually, Google also provides one free speech module. So with that, we have implemented a speech module in our apps, and it detects the voice of the female or anyone and stores it in its database.
So actually, there is no background interference will not affect this, right?
No.
Suppose
we have tried that. Actually, we haven't tried it in train. Like train is like train is the major thing, like where such things can happen. But because of lockdown, we weren't able to do that. But we have tried it in traffic, and it works well.
I think you have to try not only in traffic, in some rainy area or some other background noises are there. That is important.
Yes.
Maybe usually
we should do that too. Yes.
This application has more use in night time only, right?
Yes, in night time only. Yeah. Like when the girl is coming from office or from any function.
So actually, you have told about 95% accuracy. So that is actually you have your assumption, or you calculate using any formula.
No, actually, it is my assumption, not a formula.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Are there any questions?
All right. I think there's no further question from the audience. Thank you very much for your nice presentation, Aryan.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
I think, yes. I think we should move forward with the next paper, 28. Is there anyone from who is
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Paper number 20. Just ma'am, I'm presenting my screen.
Please go on.
Ma'am, my screen is visible and I'm audible?
Yes.
Ma'am, okay. So good afternoon to all my respected judges and everyone who are present in the grace session.
Put it in the presentation mode, please. Yes.
So good afternoon to all my audience and respected judges. This is Avik Mukherjee from Institute of Engineering Management, Kolkata. Our project and the presentation is based on the crime by crowd. It's not the crime anymore. It's a predictive analysis of a riot radicalization oriented to text media, which actually focuses on the riot prediction, depends on what it is aimed to be. And it also helps us to know that how can we able to get the predicted riot within a very first man. And this is actually done. The whole team of today's, that is Kaushik Dev, me, Mrityunjoy, and Kosho, and Sriya, and Arpita Konar. So when we try to contest any riot, it's always our mentality to know, like, how can we fluid the thing in a content basis? So we'll start with the introductory part. So when we tell about something, what is riot? It means a formal disorder that will be a group of people. Disturbance against authority, property, or people. And why riot addiction is important? It's important because it's loss of innocent life. It make the life more horrible and make the people to get distracted from the public and the private properties. How to predict a riot? This is also a very important question when we come to know that what is the way we can able to use the riot. We can predict using the machine learning algorithm, using the different types of formation of NLP, as well as leverage data from the social media like Twitter. We can also use the API of the Twitter to get the data from the Twitter easily. So when we try to start our project or our paper formation, we start with that's a flowchart where we start it. So when we try it, we start it with a text archive. Text archive is actually the thing is that when we try to make the text more better and better by pre-processing, and then we start to labeling. This text archive, data pre-processing and labeling is done one by one. We get the data from the Twitter and we just make it enormously take the data and we take using the Twitter API and we install the TweetPy and make the processing fail. Then we have make the labeling. After labeling, we also done the feature selection. Feature selection is actually the process where we just make the selecting phrase and then we classify and then we perform the evaluation. This is an entire flowchart, which is actually a text-based in the format for my model. So data extractions and preparations, this is done in the 4 important methods. Number 1, data gathering, which has various kinds of reports like web-based media, remarks, posts, everything. Then data pre-processing, it's an initial step to pre-processing, and data labeling is actually to know that the label is negative or positive. And it's primarily very important for the manual interference and also sometimes via code. Actually, we also implement it using the code. Then the feature selection, obviously, it's improve the versatility, the productability, as well as precision of text classifier. In this, we're able to get it with the data extraction and preparation. So text classifications are also done with different types of technique in our project. We have mainly focused on count vectorizer, then TDIF, DF vault level vectorization. We convert the text to the frequency vectors. TDIF, normal n-gram level vectorizer, we contain the text to a frequent vector, which actually help us to get the identifying as well as to searching the different phrases. And our model, when we try to first focus, the part is always based on something which we already know that if there is something which is really best on Twitter, and how can we be able to extract the thing with a right prediction value? So for that reason, we have taken the 4 important model of machine learning algorithm. It starts with naive Bayes classifier. Number 2 is a logistic regression. Number 3 is called the support vector machine and random forest model. We have tried to take this 4 model and make the accuracy, make the precision, as well as F1 score and recall. So when we try to make the predict with the help of our own code, we have find that this is a bar graph which coming after we have done the present or after we have made the code properly. It starts with random forest, then it's come to SVM, where we just find in the graph that it's going on, and SVM is becoming higher. Then it's again come to logistic regression, where we find that red lines indicates us to get more value. And at the end, we have also used a naive Bayes classifier. This means that we have tried to predict the 4 algorithms so that we can get the best one, which we can use. We can get the most level best accuracy in our paper. Then when we try to make the right prediction using the line graph, we find that our vector is gone and naive Bayes is coming after logistic regression. At a certain point, there is a point which is actually based on the logistic regression. And then it's actually the right prediction surface chart. And when we try to make the compare that which is best, the logistic regression, the naive Bayes classifier, the SVM model, then we have find out that logistic regression gives us a better accuracy compared to all the others with a value of 75 point something, and which is actually we have find out using the code value, using make a code. So in this way, we have find the different predicted value using the machine learning algorithm and get the possible value of the logistic regression via ML code. So in the way we have contradict this thing that in the first phase of our project, we have totally based on this algorithm, and our motto in future to deliver more better and make it a vast for the global people and also for the cyber security person to get this thing and make the world, make the surface better and better. And in future, we are trying to focus on using more important algorithms, and also we can try to using different things so that the ethical people, the people who are working in the police, and they can easily get using this and In this way, I would conclude that riot prediction, our project, is actually focused on how can we able to survive our world, how can we able to get our world more better and more faster. And some of the references we have taken from the papers which are present all over the internet are there. And thank you, and over to you, my judges.
Yes, Avik, it was a nice presentation. So, any question from this session now?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
the presentation was very nice, and okay, you have explained the idea clearly, and you have told that the logistic regression is showing better performance compared to all other algorithms, right?
Absolutely, sir.
Okay, and so have you tried any other recent algorithms or modified versions of ML techniques?
Thank you for the question, sir. Actually, in the first part of our paper, when we started this initial position, we have find the different algorithms we already mentioned in my PPT. But right now, our team is focusing on if we can able to make it using the neural network, or if we can able to implement using some deep learning algorithms, and we're working on it. We're researching the paper. We are trying to focus on if we can able to implement something which we can best on deep learning, or how can we implement it better using some other machine learning techniques. We are working on it, sir.
Okay.
I hope so we will get some.
I think for this technique, actually, deep learning can give more contributions. My assumption only. It's not my finding. So
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Deep learning will give us more better. So we are working on it, sir.
Okay. And according to your opinion, how much it will be helpful for people who is working in police or any other? Yeah.
Okay, sir. So actually, the thing is that when I started the paper, it's actually first it's come to the thing from the police even that they want something so that we can able to get it more fast and better in the world, and we can also find out that how can we use a riot all over the world. So in that case, when I find the first paper, they already mentioned this thing that they wanted. So first thing which our model, which our project is actually focuses, we can able to use in the police stations. Many riots are going on and on in the Twitter, and we can easily get that thing. But the thing is that as a student or as a team, we are unable to get the proper thing. So if we get a guide from a like something which is at that level, we can able to make it more better. And I think that cybersecurity world, the company like PwC, the company like the EY, the cybersecurity world, they will get a more better implement. They can easily find that okay, we can able to this type of algorithm, we can able to get it more easily, and they can make it within their grasp of their hand. They don't need to wait to worry for the internet to get it. We are trying on that only, that we can able to focus on the cybersecurity people, the people who are working in hacking, the people who are present in the police station. Over to you.
Okay. Okay, that is good. Okay, best of luck.
Thank you so much, sir.
All right. If there is no further question from the audience, then I think we should move on to the next paper. And Avik, thank you very much for your nice presentation. All right. So
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Is there anyone who is going to present paper number 29?
Yes, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes, you're absolutely audible. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Now, is my presentation visible to all?
Yes.
Hi all. I'm Mithun Mazumdar, one of the author of paper entitled Computer-Aided Segmentation of Oral Mucosa to Detect Cancer. So first start which content was there, like the introduction, related work objective, the proposed approach, the pre-processing, segmentation of ROI, feature extraction and classification, and the description description of algorithm, about the data set, about the implementation details, about the result and discussion, and then conclusions and reference. So like starting from the introduction, the oral cancer is the sixth most common cancer in the world. Approximately 4% of all cancer are the oral cancer, which result in a 2% of the cancer death in the world. So the oral mucosa, when before studying this, like the biopsy and the histopathological image, both these terms are interchangeable in our work. So when the biopsy is found, like when the biopsy, when the biopsy is sorry, 1 minute. Yeah. When the biopsy was there, like the during the biopsy, after that biopsy found the biopsy of oral mucosa, we can found three constitute layer. One is known as connective tissue region, one is known as the epithelium layer, one is known as the background layer. So in epithelium layer we found the OSCC, that is the oral squamous cell carcinoma, is a common type of cancer and which damages the epithelium layer. Like we know the whenever the DNA mutation was there, like due to the DNA mutation, the cancer was spreading over to the organ. So the OSCC also come under the DNA mutation. So there are a lot of factors which is help to mutate the DNA, like the tobacco, alcohol, betel, radiation exposure, and few environmental factors. So like the related work, there is a not lot of work done in the OSCC field of OSCC, but yeah, in other field of cancer, a lot of work have been done by the author. So from there, yeah, we come to the author in 2003. Wang et al. Extracted the PSL factor and then yeah, input it to neural network, and but there was a not satisfactory level of accuracy, but ES sample are mostly classified incorrectly as a normal kind of things. Ray et al. Also done detecting the constitute layer, but yeah, the age-based segmentation and discontinuity and similarity criteria, no justification was given by that. Krishnanan or et al. Also work on classify the cell of sub-epithelium connective tissue into classifier using the support vector machine. Also, their classification accuracy was not very high. And Dash et al. In 2010 work on 53 biopsy samples. So they identify the P63 nuclear expression, but the eccentricity and the compactness feature of P63 nuclear expression did not allow distinguishable significance. So Krishnanal et al. Use in 2011, Krishnanal et al. Use the texture and also with segmentation on 150 biopsy samples, but the segmentation class obtained from this method was compared with ground truth data. As we know, when the ground truth data is required, so some expert is required there. So there might have an issue for the expert in the field. So in 2018, Dash et al. Found that the architectural variation of epithelium layer and the existence of keratin pearl are the important feature for identifying oral cancer. They found that two-step segmentation of epithelium layer leads to more accurate segmentation of keratin and pearls. But when they use the CNN, the pooling layer, leads to kind of overfitting and is implementing pooling layer. It's a very expensive process. So in 2019, Zaira et al. Use a partition deep convolutional neural network, which provide an accuracy of 1991.4. This method class cancerous tumor and benign tumor from a multi-dimensional hyperspectral image. In 2020, Ran et al. Saw an accuracy of 86 to classify the oily differentiate and poor differentiate OSCC. In their work, they have used a random forest ANN logistic regression. Their procedure require human intervention to crop the tumors in from that images. But in 2020, Rahman et al. Used a histopathological data set image for the OSCC classification. But in their method, they also use the hand cropping histopathological image. So like, yeah, they need to crop the nucleus or the cell from the histopathological image. So their image also need a human intervention. So our objective from from the survey, it has been found many approaches suffer from inaccuracy in identification and incorrectness in classification of OSCC in epithelium layer of oral mucosa. So there is a lot of human intervention in their procedure. So we need a suitable technique which is can automatically segmented, and then send to the segmented data to classifier, so that that can be identify whether OSCC or not. That is the main motive of our work. So in our proposed across, there is a like, yeah, first it is reading the image from
Mr.
the text.
Mithun,
Yes, sir.
I'm interrupting you for a moment. Will you please turn on your camera?
Okay. Okay, sorry, sir.
Please turn on your camera.
Now, am I visible?
Yes, yes, you are perfectly visible now. You please now continue your presentation.
Thank you, sir. So in our proposed approach, the first method, like the input image reading from the directory, and then after reading that image, we send it to enhancement process. So after enhancing that, enhanced data is sent to the segmentation, and then segmentation. After the segmentation, we morphological operation is performed, hybrid morphological, and then a step feature extraction was there. Like, yeah, from that features, we send it to classify the image whether it is OSCC or not. Yeah, in pre-processing step, like, yeah, when the biopsy is forming, there is a like uneven staining, so there might have some like, yeah, RT effect or noise or blur kind of things in image. So for that, we have to enhance the images. So for that, we use the clays. So clays is nothing but is a basis of adaptive histogram equalization. So which is compute several histogram, and each histogram correspond to different section of image, and based on this histogram, the lightness value of the image are redistributed. So it is done on locally, then it is work for whole image. Like, yeah, you can see the one sample from our data set. Like, yeah, it is before clays, and after converting into RGB color image. So color image to convert, we convert this image from color image to RGB, and then before clays, the image is shown like this. But after applying the clays, the image is so you can see the image differences, the places where there was a issue of lightness. So you can found the lightness can be perfectly visible. So, and now the segmentation step. In this segmentation step, basically two step is there. One is a k-means segmentation. Another one is a hybrid morphological reconstruction operation. Hybrid morphological operation. So in the k-means segmentation, so basically the initial centroid is required. For that purpose, we use a genetic algorithm, which is which is first identify some optimized centroid for the k-means, and then based on that optimized centroid, k-means is performed. After k-means is performed, then we pass it through the HSBC color model, so that from that HSBC color model, we can identify the cell structure. Yeah, the red channel of that image is identify the cell structure, and based on the, again, we pass that red channel to morphological operation to perform the morphological operation. For that, to extract the cell or the nucleus, we set the pixel value 4 so that it can extract bulb-like shapes. So you can see the result after morphological operation. The cell are extracted. There is a lot of noises is there. No, so it may be affected. It affected the accuracy also due to the noises. This much of noises. Yeah. Then the next step is we calculating the features. So we taking consideration of 9 features. So the features are like geometric area. Like whenever you have to calculate it, the geometric area. So the more image coming from the morphological operation, we convert it into binary image. So like the place where the cell is present, the pixel value is 1, and the place where cell is not present, the pixel value is 0. So we sum all the pixels, so it is given the geometric area. Like a similar way, for the geometric perimeter, we first detect the edge using the Sobel operator, and then like based on that, again we convert it into binary image, and based on that we calculated the geometric perimeter. And the geometric compactness is a ratio of the square geometric perimeter and geometric area. Another feature is texture global mean. So global mean is the ratio of the mean of counting the pixel to the mean of the pixel value of the image after segmentation. So the texture another one is the texture uniformity. The texture uniformity is the square sum of the ratio number of the pixel having the white value in binary, the ROI to geometric area of ROI. And there is a texture entropy. So entropy basically P log P is there. So P is nothing but it is a ratio of the number of pixel having white value in a binary ROI to geometric area of ROI. And then again coming about the mean radius. So mean radius, the mean value of measure axis and the minor axis length is taken as a mean diameter of the eroded image, and then half of that is considered as a mean radius. And the number of cell counting, like to count the number of cell, the erosion operation on the segmented ROI was using a tick shape while fixing the radius is performed. The erosion operation return the number of connective object, which is considered as a number of cell of the histopathological image. The number of cell per unit geometric ratio is nothing but previously calculated two features. Previously we calculated the feature number of cell to geometric area, and the number of cell of the geometric. This is the feature can be calculated as a ratio of number of the cell to number of cell to the geometric area of the segmented image cells. So now the classification tasks. So after calculating these things, so we have got a 69400 row was there, and 9 column was there, and 1 column is used for the leveling value. So there is a 10 column. So we got a matrix of 694 into 10 matrix. So based on this matrix, we have to normalize this data using the Z-score normalization. And after the Z-score normalization, we send it to the KNN classifier to train the model, and based on the training, we predicted the result. Like for the training purpose, we divided the data set into 7:3 ratio. Like the 70% of the data is used for training, and 30% of data is used for testing. So the algorithm used in our model is like using the MATLAB. So like the first it is reading the image from directory, then clash model is performed, and then the geometry genetic algorithm is performed to identify the centroid initial, and then after initial centroid is identified, the k-means is performed, and then based on that k-means we perform the color modeling, and then color modeling. After that color modeling, we send it to hybrid morphological operation, and then for labeling purpose, we if the name of image is OSCC, then we label it as a 1. If not, then we label it as 0. So if there is a OSCC of image, so we can consider as a 1 and 0, like a normal and then we divided the image these things into 70, this data set into 70:30 ratio, and then we perform that classification task, KNN classification task. So about the data set, this biopsy was basically collected by the Rahman et al., who claimed that this has been collected by the two reputed organization, Dr. Bora Cancer Research Institution of Ashwada, and private Guwahati, another institution is the Cancer Research Institution. So this data set has been collected from 200 patients from October 2016 to November 2017. This data set contains 1224 images, which comprise of two data sets with the different magnification below. So we basically consider on cell level identification, cell level investigation. So we take consider of image the second set where 201 images for normal epithelium of oral cavity and 495 images for OSCC with magnification 400. So this is the some samples. These are the normal cells, and this is the malignant cells of the second set, which we take consideration. So implementation like we implemented in 60-bit operating system using the Windows system. So we used 2019 a MATLAB version and i3 system 400 U CPU. So based on that 4 GB installed RAM, we perform the tasks. And yeah, it is a snapshot of the tasks we perform. Yeah, and the result and discussion. Yeah, the proposed approach for oral cancer detection was applied on the this 696 histopathological image, and obtained result were compared with the result obtained from the Kumar et al. Using the same set of histopathological image. In this proposed approach, we use the genetic algorithm based initial centroid selection for k-means segmentation, but in the Kumar et al, they randomly selected the centroid of the k-means algorithm. So it is the simple it is a samples of the histopathological image and the image obtained from our proposed approach and the image obtained from Kumar et al approach. So like yeah, from that the obtained accuracy value is found. The proposed approach is like 74.16% and Kumar et al like 69.86%. So this is because genetic algorithm initialize the k-means algorithm provide more accuracy to the biopsy image classification than the k-means segmentation algorithm used by Kumar et al, in which the centroid is selected randomly. So the conclusion is the expert usually segment the biopsy manually, theoretically in mind with the help of microscopic. Such processes are prone to error. Hence, there is a need of suitable technique which can automatically segment it and investigate at cell level. Although there are several approaches used to assist the expert to diagnose the oral cancer, yet there are many issues like inaccuracy in identification, incorrectness in classification, OSCC, epithelium layer of oral mucosa, unsuitable some pre-processing technique was, and some process using the human intervention. So human intervention found to be prone to error. Thus, an effective approach using the automated segmentation to segment and classify the histopathological data set into OSCC and normal epithelium layer of oral mucosa, and accuracy has been and with more accuracy has been proposed. And this proposed approach is an improvement over the Kumar et al approach for detection and classification of cancer from the biopsy. And yeah, it is expected that use of this approach in the computer-aided system can help the expert doctor to make a more accurate decision for diagnosis oral cancer, or you may say OSCC. These are the references we have been uses in our work. Yeah. Yeah, these are the. And thanks. Thank you.
I have an observation over here.
Yes.
If you can hear me. I think you're handling with a very sensitive case, that is you're trying to detect cancerous cell among oral cancer, right?
Yeah.
So when you are handling so biological thing, is your adaptive histogram equalization and the other morphological operations that you are using, are they sufficient for a segmentation? The segmentation needs to be very much strong, what I believe.
Yeah. No, ma'am. That's why the accuracy is not that much of high. So we need a more improvement over the morphological operation and the segmentation method. There is a required to think or required to.
Right, because for the biological data, 74% accuracy is not that good, I think. So do you have any plan for improvement?
Yeah, ma'am. In my further research, I will work on it, to improve that the noise I have been found in the after the morphological operation, so that we can eliminate that noise and improve our accuracy in that manner.
And you were talking about the data set that you have collected. Are you working with the real data set or you have worked on
Yeah.
some images?
Yeah, this data set is published by the Raman and Otto. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
So I have one question. As you have worked on a oral cancer detection, you have
Yes, sir.
used genetic algorithm, is not so? So in order to detect the cancerous cell,
No,
for
sir.
for classification purpose, sorry, for classification purpose, you are using genetic algorithm, right?
No, sir. The genetic algorithm basically used to select the centroid for K-means segmentation.
So for what purpose you are doing that?
Like, yeah, if means one study I have mentioned it there. Like one study saw that like, yeah, if you randomly select the centroid for the K-means algorithm, so in that case it might not give some higher value, some kind of accuracy. But if you select some way, like using the genetic algorithm, we have been select that yeah, using the genetic algorithm, we select first the centroid for the K-means, and then based on that centroid we perform the K-means segmentation. So it's like the computational task reduces for
So
the system also.
you are trying to say that for genetic algorithm is used for the purpose of setting for purpose of using the using the initial point means centroid right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So you are using k-means algorithm here. So there are a lot of other algorithms for classification is there, right? Why you
Yes,
have
sir.
chosen k-means? There is any specific reason behind it that you have chosen k-means algorithm?
Like, sir, I want to perform some comparative studies. So for that, like, yeah, the Kumar et al. Also use the K-means segmentation. So I thought, yeah, without like an improvement of Kumar et al. Procedure, like, yeah. So to improve that genetic, improve the K-means algorithm segmentation kind of thing. So we like introduce the genetic algorithm so that it can first select the centroid of the for that K-means, and
No,
then
it's okay. Centroid is fine, but my
yes.
question is that whenever you are using k-means algorithm, is there any specific reason for choosing out the k-means algorithm? There are a lot of algorithms are present in the market. Present if you go for a literature survey, you can find it out that there are a lot of algorithms are there in order to find out the in order to find for a classification purpose. Okay, but
Yeah,
why
yeah.
you have chosen k-means?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I know. So, like, yeah, I have been gone through the Kumar et al. Study. So, like, it is affecting me that, yeah, I can select this, I can perform these tasks. And after going through the tasks and complete it. So, I even going for like improvement. How can segmentation process can improvement the K-means? So, like, yeah, again going later on, like, I find the,
No,
yeah.
you should explore other algorithm also, because there are a lot of algorithms are there which you can get a better result rather than k-means algorithm. Because I am also working in a image processing section. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so
Yes, sir.
my research area is also research domain is also in that particular area. So that's the reason I'm telling you you can use some optimization algorithm in order to, because your main job is on cancer detection, is not so?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Is not so? So you need to read out you need to go for a registration also, image registration you can do so. So
Yes, sir.
it will really helps you to detect a cancer in a more efficient manner. Okay, so
Yes, sir.
that's what my suggestion is. Thank you.
Yes, thanks for your suggestion, sir. I will remember your suggestion in my future research work, sir.
Ranjit sir,
Hello.
do you have any
Okay.
questions, please? You may.
Yes. Actually, I was watching your presentation and questioning. So actually, so I heard about that you are using a genetic algorithm for centroid selection
Yes,
purposes. Okay. So which
yes,
genetic algorithm while you have using, while you're using genetic algorithm, what kind of crossover and mutation operations you have used it there? So that is very important in working of genetic algorithm. That's why I'm asking that.
Yes, sir. Two-wheeler route method was there. Like yeah, two-wheeler. Like I use the inbuilt MATLAB inbuilt function. There is a two-wheeler route and some some like
Which one?
default
Which one? Sorry.
uh, two-wheeler route, two-wheeler kind of things. I have not for I have forget that. I actually use the default parameter like the function they are given in for
That is
J.
correct, sir. That is correct. Actually, you have done your work is somewhat heavy. You have done a lot of work for this project, right?
Yes, sir.
So you actually, so far I was watching your presentation and your implementations were too lengthy, and your contribution is also high. But as it is related to medical cancer detection or medical electronics, the sensitivity is very important, and accuracy is also very important. Sensitivity and accuracy are very important.
Yes,
So
sir.
that's why I asked about regarding centroid selection. If you are using genetic algorithm, so a lot of variants are there for genetic algorithm. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And actually, while using this genetic algorithm, crossover and mutation operations are very important. Very important.
Yes.
So that because that is okay. That is very related to the result.
Yes.
So my question is actually, so what kind of crossover and mutation operation you have used in this work?
Yes, sir. Like I was implemented it 3-4 months, and I left the work. So I am not remembering it. If I'm going to my work, I can I can show you like whatever the. Let me. Can I check it once?
Sir, I'm not asking about the crossover operator or mutation operator. What kind of, because a lot of crossover operations are there and a lot of mutation operations are there for this genetic algorithm, right?
Yeah, like sir, yeah, we as a computer scientist, we thinking about like whatever the operation default operation was there for if you implemented genetic algorithm, you don't need to go through stepwise steps. So like I'm performing the GA operation and the default value kind of thing. So I am not right now. I'm unable to recall that default parameter, which whatever the crossover operation, two-wheeler route and kind of things. Yeah, I can't remember exactly the name. So like
And you have used about support vector machines also, right?
Yeah, I have not used the support vector machine.
Okay, in the related works. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that actually, so that is very, anyway, my suggestion is actually you can try for another optimization algorithms also, because a lot of evolutionary algorithms and swarm intelligence algorithms are there.
Yes.
That genetic algorithm, and also a lot of good variants are there also for the genetic algorithm.
Like whale optimization is there, Morphlem optimization is
Yes,
there.
yes.
There, these are some
Sir,
meta
it is
heuristic
basically yes, sir. It is sorry, sir.
Yes,
Carry
on.
Yes, sir. It is basically used for the initial selection of centroid for the k-means. So I am thinking it is not a kind of main type of work. Like I mean it is a partial work kind of support kind of work. I am considering it. Like,
your work is, your idea is very good. Okay, but the thing is that you need to execute it in a better way. Okay, that's what the sir is saying, that you may use meta heuristic kind of algorithm like whale optimization algorithm, Morphlem optimization. There are many good optimization algorithms are present. You may use it, and you can get a accurate better result rather than the genetic algorithm.
Yes, sir.
And also the thing is, sir, actually, while using genetic algorithm also the crossover and mutation are the very important operations in genetic algorithm.
Yeah.
Yes,
and there are various kinds of crossover and mutation operations are available. And recently in 2020 also a lot of novel kind of crossover and mutation operations and parent selection mechanisms also introduced. Okay.
Yes.
So while you, as genetic algorithm is a parameter dependent algorithm, so using genetic algorithm, the parent selection mechanism, crossover mechanism, I'm not saying about crossover point, crossover mechanism and mutation mechanism, parent selection, these three are very important.
Yes.
Okay. So these three will change the result also. If so, using a trial and error method, we have to use that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. And as Mrinal sir suggested, you can try another optimization algorithms also.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay.
Thanks for your suggestion.
Best of luck. Best of luck.
Shall we move on to the next group, Rinal sir?
Yes, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You please proceed. I'm waiting for you actually. When you will call the next
Yes, yes, madam. Yes. Actually, we are waiting for you.
All right, thank you. All right, so anyone from paper ID 32 who is going to present this paper?
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon. I'm Simran Agarwal.
Okay.
I'll be
Simran,
present.
will you please turn on your camera? Because
Yeah, I have turned it on. Is it visible?
yeah. Now you are absolutely visible.
Okay. Good afternoon. I
Very
will
good
be
afternoon.
presenting.
Okay, fine. Please go ahead.
Yes. Is my screen visible?
Absolutely visible. Your screen is perfectly visible.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Simran Agarwal. On behalf of my co-authors, I will be presenting our paper entitled Assessing the Concerns of People in the Pandemic Situation, an Analytical Approach on the Social Media Data. This paper has a societal objective. It aims to closely analyze the concerns of people in India through what they have been sharing on various social media platforms since the outbreak and spread of the coronavirus disease, which is COVID-19. LDA-based topic modeling of social media conversations determines what topics are shared on Reddit in relation to COVID-19. These relevant topics that have been highlighted can further be used for detailed study. We all know data extraction is the first step to begin any analysis. So the required data has been collected from various Reddit threads using the Python library pro, which is Python Reddit API wrapper. The data is a collection of Reddit posts under the flare coronavirus. A total of 500 posts have primarily been extracted from the end of July till December 2020 because throughout this period, the people in India were trying to adjust with the changed and challenging situations caused due to the rapid spread of this virus. However, owing to the worsening situation in India and less data being collected, some 500 more posts have been crawled from the first half of May 2021. Using the Reddit credentials, the extracted data has been stored in a CSV file. This is a glimpse of the descriptive data set. The post's title, URL, author, Reddit score, which is upvotes minus downvotes, upvote ratio, number of top comments, that is the comments that have been replied to, number of total comments and flare have been stored in a CSV file format. The raw data extracted has to be cleaned to simplify our analysis. Data pre-processing has been done in two stages. In the first stage, the digits and terms pertaining to URL have been removed from the title and text of the raw data. The pre-processed title and text have been concatenated into a single entity and re-indexed. In the second stage, feature construction has been done after removing the stop words, generally words with less than 3 characters. Here, a sample of texts in the posts have been represented in some tractable feature space, an n cross k document term matrix, where k is the number of distinct words across the n posts in the sample. The training data and the document term matrix have then been used to implement a clustering algorithm, latent Dirichlet allocation or LDA. It is crucial to explore our data before we begin to analyze it. An analytical study has been performed on the pre-processed dataset in order to gather useful insights about the Reddit posts before applying topic modeling. This has helped us in providing a more comprehensive perception about the data trends and distributions, explanatory statistics, and data groupings. This important step is common to almost all the research projects using social media as their source of data. First, a list of all the 25 top most frequent words used across all the posts has been developed using Count Vectorizer. This step helps us in diving deep into the core vocabulary of the source data. Stop words have been omitted here to avoid any trivial conjunctions, prepositions, etc. Then, as shown, a bar graph has been plotted which illustrates the number of occurrences of the top 25 words obtained in the previous step. From this graph, we can conclude that data has been quite appropriate for our analysis. All the post strings have been converted to text blobs, and the post tags method has been applied on each in order to obtain a list of the tagged words for each post. Then a histogram of post word lengths as shown has been generated using the obtained result. A bar graph as shown has been plotted to illustrate the number of words in the data for a particular part of speech. This plot demonstrates the count of Reddit posts per day for the span of time in which data has been collected. This plot demonstrates the count of Reddit posts per month for the span of time in which data has been collected. Next comes topic modeling. Topic modeling is a method of unsupervised classification that is used for examining a bundle of documents in order to discover various patterns of words and phrases within them, thus leading to the formation of word groups and similar expressions which can best categorize those bundle of documents. For example, a topic classification model could be used to determine what customers are thinking about in customer reviews, open-ended survey responses, and on social media, to just name a few. Latent Dirichlet allocation, or LDA, is an example of topic model, and it is used to classify text in a document to a particular topic. It builds a topic per document model and words per topic model modeled as Dirichlet distributions. It is a generative statistical model that allows sets of observations to be explained by unobserved groups that explain why some parts of the data are similar. The number of topics n must be defined in an LDA-based topic modeling technique. For each document in the collection, this algorithm generates the words in a two-step process. In the first step, it distributes the n topics across the documents by assigning a topic to each word. Now, assuming that each word in the document has been assigned a wrong topic and correct topics have been assigned to every other word, a new topic is assigned to that word based on the topics in the document and the number of times any particular topic across all the documents has been assigned to it. We next come to the most important part, which is the result. This graph, this table illustrates the 5 topic solution which we have got, and it lists the 15 most frequent words for each of these 5 topics. Let us go through each one of these topics one by one. First, the 15 most frequent words used in topic 1 tell us that it can be categorized under vaccines. Vaccination has been the primary concern of the people after the second wave of COVID has struck India. We can also see Mr. Adar Poonawalla, CEO of Serum Institute of India, being mentioned among the most frequent words in this topic. The second topic, when we saw the words, we categorized to spread in various regions. This topic depicts how coronavirus has spread across various regions in India, like Delhi and Mumbai. Due to the increase in the number of positive cases in these areas, there has been a rise in the demand of medical services and, most importantly, oxygen cylinders. This alarming situation is sure to draw the Indian government's concern. This topic also has mentions about the Dubai airport and the OCI, Overseas Citizenship of India. The third topic which we found was close to initiatives taken by the Indian government. We have drawn to this conclusion because the Indian government has been working together with US major Pfizer for the import of the vaccine. The government has also been regulating strict implications upon wearing masks, as there have been several reports in a day where people have been held not wearing masks and violating COVID inappropriate behavior. The fourth topic is day-to-day lives. This topic gives us an insight about the day-to-day lives of the Indian families due to the entry of the new strain of coronavirus. In this era, people have been facing various restrictions upon adapting to the new normal. There have also been gaps in flight to major holiday destinations like Goa. The fifth and the last topic is negligence and lack of proper planning. This topic describes the negligence and lack of proper planning in handling the active cases, leading to an increased death rate. Lakhs of cases have come up in various states of India. Patients are facing crisis due to shortage of ambulances. There have been ambiguous test reports as well. Even in these times, gathering in the name of religion and caste was not banned, leading to the worsening of situations. This graph illustrates the relative topic compositions of the sample, which is the 5 topics after applying the LDA. We have performed a TSNE clustering of 5 LDA topics. This has been done to furthermore illustrate the success of the clustering process. A dimensionality reduction technique called TSNE has been used to project our topic matrix into 2 dimensions. The centroid location of each topic has been derived and clusters have been plotted using bokeh. This has been done to better contextualize our visualization. Thus, we have succeeded in reaching a considerable degree of separation across the topic categories. To conclude, I would like to say, finding an interpretable process to analyze Reddit threads efficiently and effectively is just the beginning. The significant topics that have emerged from our solution addresses the analytical question that motivated our study. How have the concerns of people in India with regard to the pandemic been framed on social media platforms like Reddit? Topic modeling is just the inception towards analyzing the structure of any data. And if used correctly, they prove to be valuable complements to other discursive approaches of surveying online data on social media. These are some of the references. Thank you.
Thank you, Simran, for your nice presentation.
Thank you, ma'am.
Now, yes. So is there any question from this panel? Then we can ask you.
I have no question. I think Ranjit sir has questions. I think so.
Okay, so I was watching your presentation. The presentation was nice, and the topic is also somewhat socially relevant.
Yes, sir.
And okay, and you have studied. You have done a well study regarding this COVID pandemic situation, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and and I think you have read a lot for collecting these data.
Yes, sir. There has been a lot of background study.
Okay, yes, that can be seen from your presentation.
Okay, sir.
So, what was your inspiration for collecting these details and finding? Because a lot of people are trying to do somewhat more technical. And so, in this conference, what was your inspiration for finding such data and doing such a presentation?
As I said, we had a question in our mind that how this pandemic has concerned the people. On what areas have people been thinking about with regard to this pandemic? So this motivated our study. We thought of collecting data from Reddit, and we then analyzed them. We applied LDA, and we have come up with this result.
And why did you actually use this LDA?
There are various topic models, but LDA is one of the most popularly used topic models, and we thought of applying that on our data set.
Okay. So the data set you have collected from various social medias, right?
Data set is collected from various subreddits. It is there, the various subgroups within the social media platform Reddit.
What was the social medias you have used for collecting this data?
Reddit, sir. Within Reddit, we have used various other subreddits, which is the subgroups which we have within the Reddit social media platform itself.
Okay. And may I know which one is the social media which helped you for this research? Which helped you more for this research?
So we have used Reddit. Sorry if I'm not getting your question.
So there are a lot of social medias are there,
yes,
right?
yes.
So there are a lot of social media platforms are there.
Yes.
And among them, which one helped you to give more information for this research?
So actually, we have used only Reddit here, but we had started with Twitter, but there was some subscription related issues there, so we switched over to Reddit.
Okay, what about Facebook and other things?
We haven't dived into them as of yet.
From Reddit, you got a lot of data, right?
Yes.
So, and have you referred to newspapers, recent newspapers, or any other?
Yes, so we did go
journals?
through. Yes, so we did go through some of the journals, some of the research papers which have done on Twitter, and we have studied them, and then we have thought of applying them on Reddit and seeing how it works.
Have you referred any recent work, research works also?
Yes.
Related to this regarding recent remedies suggested by the people for these topics.
Yes.
So that also you got?
The remedies as such I didn't get, but yeah, I saw how they have analyzed, how they have proceeded with the analysis of social media data and all.
So are you done this research as a part of any funded project or just upon your interest?
Upon our interest.
Are you giving this report to the government or any other agency?
No, we haven't.
Are you publishing it in any other?
No.
Are you publishing your conclusion to any other media or any other people?
No, not as of yet. We have just come to Gcaia for this.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
I need to say one thing. It's a fabulous presentation. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
It's a fabulous presentation. Your communication skill is very good. Okay. So you keep on working hard and try to focus on your research. Okay, you definitely the way you are working, definitely you can publish your paper in good journals also.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay. Nilanjana ma'am, do you have any questions?
No. I knew their work, and she's a very good student and very excellent presentation you have done, Simran.
Thank you, ma'am.
So, and the work you're doing is excellent. Yeah.
I would also like to thank Kaushik, sir. He is also here in our meeting.
Right.
Okay. Okay, so thank you, Simran. Best of luck.
Sir. Thank you, sir.
I think we don't have further question from our side. Now let us move on to the last paper of this this session today. We have with us, Dr. Jyoti Shekhar Banerjee or maybe Mrs. Kuntala Das. Any one of you can present your paper number 86. So can I request?
Okay. I am here.
Yeah, please.
Ma'am, could you please turn on your camera?
Yes, of course. Yes.
Absolutely fine.
Good afternoon, everyone. Before we begin, let me introduce myself. I am Kuntala Das, Assistant Professor, Bengal Institute of Technology, Kolkata. My co-author, Dr. Jyoti Shekhar Banerjee, Bengal Institute of Technology, Kolkata. Now I am going to present my research paper, Cognitive Radio-Enabled Internet of Things, CRIoT, an integrated approach towards smarter world. The designs, frameworks, and possible uses of CR-based IoT systems are investigated and highlighted in this paper. These are the outlines. We'll discuss every topic elaborately. Now, introduction. Internet of Things is an emerging concept which aims to connect billions of devices with each other. The IoT devices sense, collect, and transmit important information from their surroundings. This exchange of very large amount of information amongst billions of devices creates a massive energy need. So nowadays, IoT is a very well-known technology for the interconnection of objects via wireless and wire transmission. Cognitive radio is a cutting-edge wireless technology that optimizes spectrum use effectively. So each secondary CRIoT user utilizes the frequency band only when it is vacant and adopt the spectrum sensing capability in a cognitive radio-based IoT network. Again, cognitive radio is now the established solution of efficient spectrum utilization. As a result, the technology trends and modern research are shifting towards cognitive radio-enabled IoT. We provide an overview of CR-based IoT solution in this correspondence. So this paper provides a brief survey of the state-of-the-art explanation about cognitive radio IoT. Cognitive radio and IoT are two distinct fields, and CR-IoT is the confluence of two fields. It is an important tool and created for wireless communication. Now the related study. So in this section, we give a critical literature review of all the models